George, we're live again.
Here we are.
Hey, I think this really will be our very last video of 2021. And if you've joined us on previous videos, we hope you've had a wonderful holiday season so far. And wanted just to give you a few more helpful hints. And before we even do that, let me just tell you, I went to bed feeling really, really good. And I woke up in the middle of the night with a heavy-duty sinus headache. Went back to sleep and woke up in the morning with that heavy-duty sinus headache. Called up my primary care doc and he said, well, go get yourself a COVID antigen test, which I happen to have one box at home for just that purpose. Thankfully, it's negative. But you know what I did? George, do you want to know what I did?
Tell me.
I did those things to help support my immune system and to help clear out the head. I'm here to get adjusted, by the way. I think that'll be the icing on the cake to assist the sinuses a little bit further. But needless to say, I took the neti pot, filled it up with some distilled water, took some sea salt, added some colloidal silver to it, and irrigated out the nasal passages. If you've never done it before, not exactly the prettiest thing to look at, but it's really good to just get whatever gunk might be blocking up the nose and any potential virus or bacteria or pathogen that's hanging in there, just to help flush it out and do what you can. And I upped the level of vitamin C that I took this morning. I took a good anti-inflammatory nutritional called Zymane, which is proteolytic enzymes and soft tissue healing components, just to tamp down the inflammation level. And you know what I've been doing really good all holiday season?
Tell me.
I've been keeping the sugar level down low. Can you tell us why that's important, George?
Yes. Essentially, if you read David Seaman's books, and he has a number of them that are available on Amazon, one of the most important things to eliminate is sugar. The problem with sugar, besides slowing down your resting metabolism, it interferes with a lot of your other body processes that are involved in maintaining your body functions like immune health.
Yeah.
And it's the wintertime. The heat kicks on more, even though so far this year we've had a very mild winter. It's going to be, I was going to say that, it's going to be 60 and 61 over the weekend here in this part of the country, in the great Northeast or Mid-Atlantic, you know, the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area. And, you know, all that being said, you know, depending on what type of heat you have, like at my office here, I have hot air heat. I have a heat pump. Right. It's part of my heat pump air conditioning system. And then I have some, you know, auxiliary hot air heaters, element heaters.
Right.
And the problem with all that, and I have air filters that have ionizers in them that ionize the air, but the problem with all that, it dries the air out.
Right.
So what you need to do is, there are a couple of different steps you can take. You can get a humidifier. Mm-hmm. You could do the vaporizer thing at night in your room if you wanted to.
That's a good idea. I should do that tonight.
And lastly, I want to say what I do in my office, I run diffusers, and there are different oils you could run in your diffusers. There's one I particularly like, which would be good for you to run in your house, and tonight would be Breathe. And my wife is a big fan of doTERRA. We use doTERRA products, and they have a lot of good
quality stuff,
quality oils that you can use for such occasions. And then getting back to what Bob was talking about, you can do the Nelly pot and flush your sinuses out and have distilled water and colloidal silver in it. Another thing you can do is you could buy really inexpensively at the dollar store a sprayer that you could tune down to a fine mist, and you could literally breathe that in. And I just can't believe this. Go ahead, Bob.
You go ahead and grab your phone. So one of the other things that's really helpful really are zinc lozenges, and zinc helps to short circuit the severity and duration of a common cold. It's been well studied, well researched. And when you slowly suck on zinc and release the ions in the throat, it does help to engulf the pathogen, and it helps short circuit the replication of that pathogen.
Whenever you want. I'm in every day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m.
Another important thing to do, of course, is to stay well hydrated. And as George said, particularly if your heat comes on in the middle of the night, and that can really dry and dehumidify your body, having enough water and a little bit of sea salt in the water is a way to help counteract
so take a right at St. Luke's
as well.
And go right past St. Luke's like you're heading toward the Garyville,
and I'll do one last mention on nutritional support. Things like thymus and elderberry, in addition to the zinc and the vitamin C, can just help maintain the health of the immune system, which this time of the year, between the stress of the holiday, running back and forth, dealing with family, dealing with friends and others, can create stress. So when it comes to creating stress, B vitamins can be beneficial as well. And now that you've come back, George, why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, so getting back to our conversation about the holidays and the air and the suggestions with the diffuser and the humidifier, there's a lot of good options out there that you can do. And I think another important option that you can do is focus on your immune health. And there are a lot of supplements and botanicals and herbals out there that you can take, like elderberry, for instance, echinacea, andrographis, zinc, vitamin C, D3, and all these products help your body boost its immune system.
And don't forget just green tea.
Green tea is very good, an antioxidant. Zinc, zinc.
Squeezing lemon or lime into your water.
And let's talk about that a little bit too. And I've been doing a lot of reading and studying the TB12 Tom Brady course, and one of the big things is hydration, because hydration is one of the keys to pliability, and pliability is your ability to repeat an action over and over again without injury, like running, throwing, swinging a golf club, working, whatever you're doing. Pliability is the key to avoiding that type of injury. But pliability is also important in your lifestyle for balance.
Right.
And part of your immune system is going to function better if you have the hydration, if you are pliable. And I think, as Tom Brady says, it's a lifestyle. And if you live a lifestyle, if you just don't do it from, 1 to 4 because you're going to the gym, that don't make a whole lot of sense. And if you only go to the gym here or there, it's about going to the gym on a regular basis, whether it's 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, or working out at your house, or taking supplements or being, you're not going to hydrate just because you're going to the gym today. You should hydrate every day because it's a process, and that's what a lot of people misunderstand. Health is a process.
One salad is not going to make you healthy.
That's it.
A dish of ice cream is not going to make you unhealthy.
Just like going to the gym and exercising is not going to make you lose weight. I mean, over time, you'll lose weight.
Sure.
But what you got to remember
it's habits.
Also with that is when you exercise a lot, you build muscle, you break down fat and your carbs, but when your muscle is heavier than fat, so you kind of gain weight, but you kind of lose weight, but you're more toned. So you can't get so much concerned with that. So it's not about just going to the gym. You also have to do the proper diet, take the supplements. It has to be the full package. And
it's a lifestyle.
It absolutely is.
And as Dr. A always likes to remind us all, it's lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. And I'm purposely saying that slow because it's not a race. You're going to go at your speed, but if you stick to it and you keep moving forward, you're going to keep climbing the ladder of health.
What you need to do is make it a reflex. So if you repeat things over and over and over again, they become a reflex.
Yeah.
So you got to develop these good habits, stay away from the bad habits, stay away from the sugar and the gluten, and try to exercise, maintain your tone, develop better tone, increase your strength, increase your flexibility, your range of motion, make yourself more pliable. Take a page out of Tom Brady's information, properly hydrate yourself. And one of the ways, a quick way to hydrate yourself is you can get your spring water. You can buy tablets that you can put in there to, and I'm going to get broken up here again, with electrolytes.
We're going to end this in a moment anyway.
Cut a lemon up into 4 quarters, and now, or a lime, or an orange, or a grapefruit. And not only is that going to build your electrolytes and make you more pliable, it's also going to make your system more alkaline based. And I'm going to have to go. This is
George. Just say goodbye to everybody. You guys have a wonderful holiday season. And George and I, at the beginning of the new year, we'll pick this back up again. And again, anytime you want to discuss these concepts one-on-one, if you need help getting healthier and becoming a healthier version of yourself, that's what George enjoys doing, that's what I enjoy doing, and we'll be happy to be of service to you. Have a wonderful rest of the year, and we look forward to a great 2022. And I'm looking forward to bringing in a new year with Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. I can't wait for that. Take care, my friends. Be well.